So I was just at home and I had my notebook out and I was thinking, what should my next book be about? And I thought that, okay, it has to be someone who's going through some kind of challenge. And I thought, hey, I remember I was going through this challenge at the hotel where I wasn't meeting the company's expectations. And I was like, so what if I made a story that had the character having a challenge at work? And I was like, okay, so this guy has a challenge at work, and let's call him Kenneth. Okay, Kenneth's having a challenge at work, and it's because he wasn't doing the job properly. So in the book, Kenneth is called to the housekeeping office, and he finds out that he did something wrong. He didn't check the nightstand drawer, and there was a bunch of ladies' underpants in it. And the next guest came into the room and they complained. They were like, what's all these ladies' underpants doing in my drawer? They ain't even my size. And there was just a lot of drama, and the housekeeping manager had to appease these customers, and they also had to buy new underpants for this lady, you know, because they didn't get her lost underpants back because the housekeeper just left it in the room. So they had to buy the lady brand new underpants, and that was a cost to the business. And so they felt like, alright, Kenneth didn't follow lost property procedures, so we gotta fire him. So Kenneth got fired for not grabbing ladies' underpants out of the nightstand drawer. So later, him and his friend Jake are at home, and Jake's talking about how he got friends that would pay hundreds of dollars for some used ladies' underpants. And Kenneth's like, I'd say you have questionable taste in friends, but I'm one of your friends, so what do I know? So they get a knock on the door later, and they find out it's Julianne. Julianne's like Kenneth's co-worker, and they were partnered cleaning these rooms. And Jake makes this joke about how he thinks they've been getting nasty because they got a lot of this alone time together in these rooms. And Jake's joking about how he thinks they got nasty, but none of that happened. So it turns out Julianne's pretty mad because she already went over like these lost property procedures with Kenneth, and he somehow forgot, and she was just really mad, you know. But I think she cools down a little bit, and the topic somehow reaches Kenneth's feelings for Julianne, and Jake makes jokes about it, but in the end there's kind of some clarification about him not having feelings. But it turns out that he does have feelings, and Jake embarrassed him, and he's not into it. And so Jake says he's sorry, and Kenneth says it doesn't matter because he lost his job, and that's the only reason him and Julianne were talking at all, because of this job. And so says doesn't matter that he embarrassed Kenneth. So they turn on the TV to get their mind off of it, and it's this news report, and we find out that a woman's gone missing, and last place she was seen was at Hotel Indigo. And Jake's like, hey, that's the place you used to work, isn't it, Kenneth? And he nodded, and he started to think that maybe him getting fired had something to do with this woman going missing. But he just writes it off as a coincidence. But what I think is happening is, like, this woman is the same woman that left her underpants at the hotel, and the reason she went missing is because, like, these underpants, they were like enchanted, and they kept like evil spirits. They kept evil spirits away from her, and because she wasn't reunited with her enchanted underpants, the evil spirits found her and took her away. And throughout the story, Kenneth's gonna find out that he made a bigger mistake than he thought he did by not looking in that drawer and not finding the enchanted underpants, and by not getting it to its rightful owner. He finds out that he made a really big mistake, and now he has to go on this quest to find this lady and bring her enchanted underpants to get the evil spirits out of her. And so, yeah, it's gonna be like Kenneth, Julianne, and Jake going on this quest. And maybe there's some like discussions about like what Jake was talking about Kenneth having feelings for Julianne.